All teas are made from the leaves of the same tree, called the Camellia sinensis. It's the way we process those leaves that make the different teas. Here on the table you'll see 6 classes of tea. The first tea on the table is called the white tea. It's made from a special varietal from the Camellia sinensis that had huge, big buds. And on those buds you see very small white hair. This is a very flowery tea. The second tea is called yellow tea. It actually is a green tea with an extra step in the process called sweating. We put the leaves in a bag and put the bag on top of an oven. The sweating process gives extra sweetness, and that's what most of us like in tea. The third tea is called green tea. This is a gyokuro, a Japanese green tea. A very important step in the process of making green tea is the heating part. This tea was heated with steam, and that's to prevent the tea from turning brown. The fourth tea is called oolong tea. It's a half oxidized tea. It's made from varietals that give a very flowery or very fruity aroma. Tea number 5 is called black tea in the west and red tea in the east. It's an oxidized tea, and oxidation is a process like taking a bite from an apple. If you leave the apple on the table for a couple of minutes, you will see that it turns brown. The same thing goes for tea. If you take the tea leaves and you leave them for a while, it will turn brown, and if you dry it, you will end up with a black leaf. Tea number 6 is called post-fermented tea. The Chinese call it black tea. It also starts with a green leaf, and there are 2 ways of making post-fermented teas. One of the ways is just to pick the leaf and make a green tea out of it, steam the leaf to make it a little bit more pliable, and then shape it in a cake like this, and leave the cake on the shelf for many, many years. The fermentation process will make it turn brown. There's also another way of processing post-fermented tea, which is called the cooked varietal. You start with the same green tea, but you wet it, and you keep it under cover for a couple of weeks. That will speed up the process of fermentation, and you will end up with a black tea like this. This will cost you about 20 cents, and this can cost you a couple of €100. A big difference.